everyone, this is going to be Shae's video. I want her to do, well, basically this is how I want it to be. I want it to be like, I am basically just here. You're not listening to me, you're not talking to me, I'm not here. This is Shae's review of Toyota 4Runner off-roading. We just took it out, as you saw our video last weekend. We're about to go out again. I think first weekend in December we have a big trip with all our Jeep friends. Some more Jeeps coming soon. Jeeps for all you Jeep people. I had withdrawals today. First time in a long time, serious withdrawals. I was going through Shae's Instagram page, looking at all her old adventures in Jeeps, and it's just kind of, I had withdrawals. I'm seeing all this JL stuff, just like, maybe we need to get a JL.
Well, you're not going to get a JL.
I don't know.
It looks like a Fiat. No, we're
Anyways.
not. If we would get anything, it would be a JKU Rubicon. Anyways.
Alright, so, without further ado, Shae, your absolute honest feedback on Toyota 4Runner off-road versus Jeep off-road versus all off-roading you've done. What was your experience rock crawling? From everything from just how the vehicle performed, the vehicle itself, what you think about it, opinions, thoughts. Obviously they're not the same vehicles, but how did you feel this vehicle did, and what would you want more from it, and what would you keep from it, and what did you like from it? Oh, you.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the TRD 4Runner a solid 6.5. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. The way that ours is built right now, I give it a 6.5. It's stock. Okay, I take it back. I give it a 7. A solid 7. Give it that half point. It surprised me. It did very well out there, but who wants to go to Hidden Falls and just do the park trails? You know, you want to get out on Wet n Wild or No Name or Bronco Buster. You want to, get out there and do it. I didn't feel like this could handle that with the way it is. Of course, David wants to put David wants to put a lift on it, maybe 33s on it. I liked it. It's not a Jeep, but I like it. I love it. I just felt like I was driving more of a luxury vehicle out there, and I didn't like that feeling. I liked the Jeep. I like the ruggedness of the Jeep. You get out there, you take the doors off, you take the tops off. You don't care if it skids on the bottom because you know you have it covered, which I know this one came with skid plates too. I don't know. I guess after years of having Jeeps and knowing what they're capable of, and knowing if you bang them up a bit, it's not a big deal. A Toyota, everything is more expensive, and I feel like everything is more fragile. But I don't know. It's new. So for all of you people that are getting that, and I saw some of your comments, I saw you saying, let's only get as good as the driver. Well, let me tell you, I can drive. Delete that part. The 4Runner is good. It's just not something that we've always had. So I'm very excited to learn and push it to its limits. I'm just nervous. I was the same way with my Jeep. I mean, you can ask David. Whenever we took it out for the very first time, it only had 116 miles on it. It still had temp tags.
On that note, every vehicle we've taken out to the park has had temp tags when we first took it out. So
I was scared to death, but then whenever we got our next Jeep and it still had temp tags, I didn't worry about it because I've had a Jeep. I know how they work. I know how to drive it.
all right, I'm going to help out with some topics here.
Thank you. I feel like I'm just rambling.
Okay, so what did you feel about we already know we have mud terrains on it. How did you feel it performed on the trail we took it on in its stock form, as far as its capabilities, its easiness, and the way it handled?
It was fun, and like I said, it surprised me, and it handled very well. It was very smooth. However, I did need to use the lockers.
Thoughts on having a locker? We haven't had one in a while, so
we've never had one.
Well, we did in the Hummer.
We did in the Hummer, and we did in the YJ.
Yeah, the YJ. Well, no, it had limited slip.
like having lockers. I slightly feel like it's a little bit cheating. In our white JKU, we had the limited slip, and I could keep up with almost anybody. So, I mean, not a buggy, of course. I meant in our group. You know, we never really had an issue.
So you did notice the difference between open diff, which this has when you're not locked, and a limited slip?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, whenever I don't know how to explain it, but you can tell the difference. The limited slip, it almost like pushes you up, like it helps you go. This open diff, it was just like driving anything else on any kind of terrain. So the limited slip was definitely a perk.
Comfort inside versus a Jeep?
The comfort on this thing is a 10. The comfort on the Jeep is maybe a 3. But you don't buy a Jeep for comfort. You buy it to take it off-roading. You buy it to take it out, you know?
Right.
But this is nice. I really appreciate this because we travel a lot and it's nice to be comfortable.
Okay. How did you feel overall afterwards? Were you surprised with it, or were you kind of disappointed?
I was surprised. It was a good surprise. I was very happy with it. I feel like we bonded, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I bonded with the 4Runner. Her name is Sydney, in case any of you wanted to know. We've named her Sydney.
Line choices.
Sydney.
What did you do differently in this one versus our Jeeps as far as line choices?
Honestly,
it having independent front suspension.
Honestly, nothing.
Okay.
Like I said, I pick the lines I'm most comfortable with, and I just go for it. I mean, obviously, if I have, like if it's a big, like some of the obstacles, you have a big range and you can choose like the hard, or you can choose like something that's a little bit more difficult. But honestly, I chose, in the certain trails that we went on, I chose all the lines that I would have in a Jeep.
Did you feel like it struggled power-wise, or
No.
how did the power compare to the Jeep?
No, the power was fine. I just, like I said, I kept having to use the locker.
Right, and I think we use it more now just because we have it versus not. Before, without a locker, you have to just repick your line, reposition yourself, and it makes things a little bit more difficult, obviously, but it also makes it fun as well. The locker, you just basically stay on the line you're on, push the button, and it helps you up it versus having to reposition and go around.
I'm just nervous to back up in this thing because of the back end, because it hangs so much. That's really my only concern with this 4Runner is the front and the back bumper, because they're so big and bulky, and the back bumper hangs off, you know, where the Jeep is just flat.
I mean, we did rip it off. We have ripped it off already, and it's a common theme. I've seen some videos of other people doing it as well.
If I had to be, no, this is my video. If I had to be completely honest, those are the only 2 hang-ups I have about the 4Runner. It's a great vehicle. It's just the bumpers. Like, I know it's capable. I know it's great. It's not on the level of a Jeep. Sorry, guys. But I know it can go where I want it to go. It's just the bumpers.
The front and rear bumpers?
The front and rear bumpers.
So if we change the front and rear bumpers, you would be more apt to going down harder trails and doing more things with it? Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, yeah, if we put a metal bumper on it, you know, like we had on the Jeeps, then I don't care if it gets banged up or not. And it'll give us more clearance.
That's true.
So,
all right. Well, any final thoughts on the 4Runner? We're getting Chinese food.
we're getting Chinese food. I love the 4Runner. I love it for what it is. I love it for what it can do.
Would you recommend
awesome.
someone who has a... Okay, let's do it this way. Last question.
Okay.
If you have a Jeep now, what would you say would be a reason to trade your Jeep in and get a 4Runner versus keeping your Jeep?
Comfort.
Comfort?
Yep. Like I said, it's apples to oranges on the comfort. The Jeep is just not comfortable, and anyone who tells you it is, they're lying.
That's true. Okay, so if... obviously, if you have a big rock crawler Jeep like we've had the 37s and stuff, you can't compare it. But if you had a stock Jeep and you took it off-road every now and then, and you wanted to have something that you could take off-road every now and then, the only reason you would say to trade it in would be because of comfort. I mean, you get such a more luxurious, not luxurious, but just more comfortable feeling in this versus a Jeep.
The inside's just better made than the Jeep.
So there you go. If you got a stock Jeep and you're considering trading it in, Shae recommends doing it. Otherwise, what you said you
I don't
did?
recommend doing it. You said why would I recommend it?
Oh, so you'd you'd recommend keeping your Jeep over getting a 4Runner?
Yeah.
Unless you just wanted something more comfortable.
Unless you're looking for more comfort, capable and comfort.
Otherwise, you say keep your Jeep.
Otherwise, keep the Jeep.
Okay, really?
Yep.
So if you had a stock Jeep right now or this, which would you pick?
Well, which Jeep? A Rubicon, a Sahara? I mean, if you're going to compare a TRD to just a Sport, that's not comparable.
Okay, so if you had a JKUR versus this, which would you pick? Stock.
JKUR. It's what I'm familiar with. It's what I know.
Okay, well there you go. Alright guys, you got Shae's opinion. You might see something new in the driveway soon.
No,
Probably not. We got and that's only because of the house stuff right now. We got to get that situated. We can't do anything with vehicles until we get the house stuff done. But there you go. That's honest opinions, honest feedback. If you have any questions, hit us up below, or just hit us up on Instagram. You can talk to us there as well. We try and do as much help as possible.
David loves talking to you guys. He's
Dude,
always
it's so much fun.
Like
people always randomly hit me up too, and I really appreciate it, really enjoy it. So if you got questions, let us know. If you got anything specifically for Shae, let us know there too. She can answer it too. Female versus male perspective, and we'll get you squared away. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, we'll see you later.
See you on the flip side.
Bye.